it's me, Rizzaknits, and I am here to show you a technique. It's one that I use all the time. It's a cast on, and this is called the long tail cast on. So to begin, you need yarn and some needles, and I am using circular Chiaogoo interchangeables today. These are my favorite go-to. They've got a nice pointy tip, but you can use whatever you have. And I'm just using a nice bulky weight yarn from Why Not Fibers so that it's nice and easy for you to see what I'm doing here. So to begin the long tail cast on, you want a method to estimate how long of a tail you're actually going to use. So that's why it's called the long tail cast on, because you actually do need a length of yarn on the beginning end here before you get started. So what I like to do, and this isn't a foolproof method, but it does work pretty well for me, is I like to take my yarn and I will hold it around one needle and wrap 10 times. And that is about how much yarn I will need in my tail for 10 stitches. So I'll let that loose, and then I'm going to cast on 20 stitches today. So I'm going to start where I pinched that, and I'm going to just double it, and I'm gonna come over here and grab, and that's going to be my starting point. So I have this long tail here, you can see, and the long end that is coming from my ball of yarn is going to be up towards the top of my work, and the tail is going to be towards the bottom, towards me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the side that is going to the ball of yarn and place it over my pointer finger on my left hand. I'm going to take the piece that is the short end and place it over my thumb and create this little triangle in here. I'm going to hold with my right pointer finger, and actually I can drop that needle over here. I only need one needle to cast on. So I'm gonna hold this here with my pointer finger, and I'm going to begin by making the first 2 stitches. So what I do is I take my right needle here in my right hand. I'm going to come under my thumb, over my finger yarn, and through the little hole I made. And that makes my first 2 stitches here on the needle. So I'll do that again. That's under my thumb, over my pointer finger, and through the hole that's made. And you can see here, I drop and let go with my thumb and then pull it snug. So let's do that again. Now I have 3 stitches. I'm going under, over, and through. And I drop that off my thumb and slide it nice and tight. Under, over, through. When you get a good rhythm, you can really cast on really quickly. So I'm going to straighten up my yarn a little bit and just do a few more of these quickly. You can see the process a little sped up. As you can see here, my tail estimation was pretty good here. This is about how much I like to have left over to weave in at the beginning of a project, so that worked out really well. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there's my first 20 stitches, and to begin working, I would just turn, pick up my other needle, and I'm a continental knitter, so I hold my yarn in my left hand, and I would just begin knitting into those stitches. if I was to join in the round, I would, of course, pull my stitches to the other end and begin at the other end so that I was joined into a circle. But that is the long tail cast on. I hope that helped. See you next time.